Schmo with the Pro is Super Bowl winner Ryan Clark. RC in the flesh, UFC X Las Vegas, Nevada. How we doing?
Man, I'm doing good, man. I'm excited. Look, it's International Fight Week. It's about to be a year anniversary of me starting my own MMA podcast with DC. Hall of Fame was last night. Got to chop it up with Khabib. He thought I played golf, not football. You know what I mean? But when it's the Eagle, what you gonna do? Am I gonna try to take him down? Am I gonna try to submit him? Can't do that. So I let him talk his trash, and I went ahead and did my show.
Was going to ask you, what's your overall reaction of your partner in crime, DC, finally getting inducted into the Hall of Fame? Well deserved.
Well, I think it was one of those things. It was a win, not an if, right? One of the greatest of all time. Two-division champ, a dude that we've watched wrestle, we've watched strike force. You watched him in the UFC, some of the greatest battles. Probably with John Jones, you look at Stipe Miocic, what he had as a trilogy. He's truly meant a ton to this sport. Means a ton to it, still a ton to me. So it was awesome to watch him get inducted last night.
And what's your favorite part about doing this entire fight week, about being involved in mixed martial arts? Because you made a name for yourself on the gridiron, on the NFL. The Schmo watch you for many years do your thing, man.
The best thing is watching people do stuff I can't do and I wouldn't do, right? Like now, the MMA world and UFC has given me a different outlook on people. Like if a guy steps on my shoe, you know the first thing I do? I look at his freaking ears. And if he got the cauliflower ear, I'm gonna leave him the hell alone and buy him a drink. You know why? Because you never know what little dude is gonna choke you out. And that's what's been fascinating about this, getting to meet the Charles Oliveira's, getting to meet the Jose Aldos, and seeing these dudes and understanding that they could put you to sleep at any moment, and they're just walking the streets, and they're at 155 pounds. And so I think it's dope that you get to be around these athletes, you get to see how the game is evolving, and also starting to see some of these dudes get paid.
Who does Ryan Clark want to see Conor McGregor fight next?
Listen, I honestly watch Conor fight anybody, but I would love to see him either fight Nathan Diaz again or Michael Chandler. When you see Conor right now, dude's huge, right? Conor's almost my size. So seeing him get back down to 155 for the Michael Chandler fight might be hard. Mike says he'd fight him at 170. Obviously, he's a big dude too. Everything that Michael Chandler has done in his 4 fights in the UFC has been action-packed. Who else would you want to see stand across from Conor and give you that type of stand-up battle that Michael Chandler has given us in his last 4 fights? I think it'd be great.
Are the Schmo Chicago Bears going to get things right with Justin Fields in his sophomore season at quarterback position?
Not this year. When you look at teams and the things that they have spent on supporting cast, the Chicago Bears are 31st in the league. They're not trying to help this kid at all. So what you're going to tell me is you gave him Matt Nagy. They weren't prepared. Now you go get Matt Eberflus, who is not an offensive guy, and you don't even put the money into getting people around this young kid. I think he's going to have another tough year where he's going to have to do a lot by himself.
How about the Denver Broncos getting Russell Wilson? He's going to be adding some talent to that division. Are the Broncos going to be a playoff team?
I don't know. Think about that division, Schmo. We got the Los Angeles Chargers, who got better, the Kansas City Chiefs, who are already great, and also the Las Vegas Raiders right here in Las Vegas, who have added with Devontae Adams and now defensively getting some more players when you add a Chandler Jones. What Russell Wilson did is this. Now when you go into a game, you say, I at least have a quarterback that's almost as good or as good as the other guy in our division. And you can't say that about Russell Wilson in many other divisions. That's how tough the West is. So I think they can compete, but are they a playoff team? We got to see them work together first.
Let's go to your former team, the Pittsburgh Steelers. Is the Biscuit, Mitchell Trubisky, who is the former quarterback of the Bears, going to be your starting quarterback come week 1?
Yeah, I think he is. I think he is. You listen to Coach T, he kept talking about mobility. Mitchell Trubisky is mobile, and we also can't forget this, Mo. Dude was the #2 overall pick of the draft.
Traded up for him.
In the draft that had Deshaun Watson and Patrick Mahomes. Now, I'm not saying he's going to be those guys, but he does have that level of talent, and you're now going to a better organization. No disrespect to your Bears. No disrespect to your Bears. Going to a better organization, I think he can win there. I think he can do what he needs to do from that position with what they have around him.
Speaking of world-class organizations, your Washington Commanders, that's the name of them, they signed Scary Terry, got that contract extension. Your overall thoughts on that new contract?
That's where the money is now, right? Look at what the wide receivers are doing. When you start with Devontae, you go to Tyreek, obviously Stephon, AJ. Terry McLaurin was next. And that's why he got his money. He deserved this money when you look at his numbers. But now that money has to pay off in wins, which we haven't seen a lot of times from the big contracts in Washington.
Final message for all the Ryan Clark fans out there worldwide.
This is my message to you guys. keep supporting sports, no matter what the sports are, but support women as well. We're seeing the UFC and their women start to take over in so many aspects, but also whether it's basketball, soccer, anything. These women put a lot into what they do, so let's support them the same way we support the men.
And support the DC and RC show, absolutely.
Man, appreciate you, man. Look, DC and RC, 1 week anniversary is next week. It's fitting right after fight week. We see y'all on Tuesday.
He's the pro, I'm the Schmo, UFC X Las Vegas, Nevada. We're out.